A bit nipper. Not told more coming. Master's messy. Looking for sword?
Talking rats? Right. This probably can't get any weirder. No offense, just never heard a rat talk before. They told me...
They send pups for sword. Looking for sword?
Probably. I should get something to train with.
Yes. They not want you to destroy good blue steel, master. They give bronze first. Not as good metal, but master takes.
Edgy, slim, and with a tan exactly my type. How did you know?
I give you best fun I have. Only one bronze left, so it easy. The same for complimentary shield.
Complimentary? That's a complicated word.
I did not say, master.
You did?
Must heard somewhere. Sorry. Naboru talk straight, master. Now, sword one hand, shield another. And go train with other pups. Hope you be better than they.
What did you mean by messy masters? They seemed rather strict and uptight.
I not say that. Master's good, yes? Not say one thing, doing another.
Help me out here. Are big rats capable of ironing? Are you trying to tell me something, you rat thing?
Big rats, big iron. We like iron, yes. We make iron nice and sharpy and pointy to slice and stab. You will see. Tobias will see.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that sounded like a threat to Tobias.
No threat. I not say. Shh. But Tobias not nice to us. We not like Tobias. He tortures. He kills. He proud of that. I swear on fiery Prophet Marvius, he bad.
Oh, and here he seemed quite friendly to me.
Maybe because you not under our skin.
What?
You have no fur.
Oh, right.
Hey, man. Sorry about that little show with Petra. Women, you know, all fragile and whatnot. Normally, we're really tight, you know?
Hey, no worries. I'm not here to judge you.
Great. Honestly, I feel enough pressure already. Anyway, I suppose you have plenty of questions.
Yeah.
Too bad, because I don't have many answers. I guess the keepers do, Multus and his boys. But they prefer to keep for themselves. So I just focus on the training.
What do you know about those belts we have? Multus didn't tell me much.
Well, I know they do work. I've died quite a few times already, and look at me, up and running. The same goes for Petra and Marco. It seems that dying is the human thing to do here.
I'd say nothing human is alien to me, but this has alien written all over it.
Yeah, but why worry about it when it works? Better than being dead, that's what I say. I think Petra tried to fiddle with the belts, but didn't find out anything useful. She should have spent that time training. Practice makes perfect, you know. But she just keeps complaining about killing the rats instead. If you ask me, you can't make a good training omelet without breaking a few necks, right?
What's the point of all that practice and perfection?
Well, I don't know. The Naboru are good at keeping their secrets secret.
Well, Tobias told me the Ratkins will eat us alive over and over if we don't train. Is that true?
If he says so, I would believe him. The rats do look vicious, but honestly, I have no idea. They never told me that. Multus just bosses me around with no answers, and the only thing that Tobias has been willing to share with me so far is their swordplay skills. He does have a lot to pass on there, I must give him that. He might be an old guy, but he can teach you a lot.
Can he, though? He seems rather old to me.
Don't let the looks and the attitude fool you. He's tough as a rock, that fellow. From what I've gathered, he fought in some war with those stinky giant rats they keep around his service. He lost his right hand in battle, he claims, then killed another dozen of them single-handedly. Very dry sense of humor, that guy, and sharp as a tack. If you can keep up with him, he'll get you trained in no time.
What if I'm not into fencing? Is there anything more useful to do around here? Any lakes, for instance? Like to swim and keep fit?
Lakes? That's a weird question.
Is it? Well, I had this vision and... Never mind, it's probably nothing.
Ah, a vision. Well, lucky you. I guess I certainly didn't have anything like that. Nope. Only scattered memories that make no sense whatsoever. But hey, no worries, we're all equally lost here. No voice inside our head to guide us or whatever. Anyway, if there was anything else to do, I'm certain the Naboru would tell us. It seems that it's in their best interest to prepare us for whatever is coming.
Any idea what that would be?
As I've told you, I don't have many answers. Another war with those annoying rats would be my first guess. Maybe they've told Marco something. They seem to trust him most. They gave him those high-quality swords and promised him a bright, flashy future. Anyway, given how disturbed they seem recently, I'd say we'll find out soon enough.
Why don't you ask Marco, then?
How to put that? Well, Marco certainly has a lot of skills. People skills are not among them. I would rely on him when it comes to killing. Other than that, he's a bit too much. You'd probably have better luck with Malthus himself, but still, I wouldn't keep your hopes high.
Well, I'll have to take your word on that. I'm still figuring out the ins and outs of this mess. I should probably really carry on with that training thing. Thanks for all your input.
No problem. We're in this together.
Could you tell me a bit more about how this immortality thing works?
Yeah, I wish I could. So far, it's only the things I've learned the hard way. You die, you get revived. I have no idea why that happens and how. I also know it's the reason why the training in this place sucks so much. They don't spare us, and dying over and over isn't exactly fun.
I can imagine. I felt like shit when I woke up.
Yeah, and as far as I can tell, there is no way to remove that thing or turn it off. The tech behind it must be fascinating. I would love to have some time alone with decent power tools and an immortal volunteer. You know, do a full disassembly. Interested? Full disclosure, I'm not sure if the reassembly would be possible, since you might be dead, so... No hard feelings. I'll find someone one day. Well, that's all I know. But I don't remember much in general.
Well, I'm also quite blank when it comes to what happened before I woke up. Not a single bit of useful memories you could share?
Oh, not really, no. The keepers must think I'm dumb as a rock. Funny, because my name Petra actually means rock in
Latin, I know.
Oh, yes, right. I'm impressed. So, what's the story with your name? I mean, Silver. Seriously?
They say that's what I had written on me. Bit tacky, but it's growing on me.
Well, honestly, I kind of dig it. It's much cooler than Petra. Probably cooler than the names of everybody else.
Ah, yes, everybody else. Any gossip I should catch on with?
Well, you've pretty much met everyone. It's mostly me and Brian. And no worries, normally he doesn't have his head all the way up his arse. You'll get along just fine. Unlike with the arsehole Marco, he's just the worst. I would keep away from him if I were you.
Why?
I honestly think he's lost his marbles. He has super reflexes and is a fast learner, I must give him that. That's why he quickly became a bit of a teacher's pet. And because Malthus gave him some fancy swords, he now thinks he's something better. And he's totally eyeing that magic wand Tobias has.
Yeah, a magic wand. Sure.
Of course, I'm kidding. It's a rod, some kind of advanced tech. Projects some kind of lightning. Haven't seen anything quite like it. Would love to spend a little time with it in the shop. You can get a peek in that weird shriny place right behind Tobias. Whatever makes it tick, it's a pretty damn effective weapon. Marco has only found himself on the wrong end of it so far during the practice sessions with Tobias. But he's literally dying to get his hands on it first, since he was the first one here.
Ah, interesting. So, how long have you been here?
Just a few weeks, pretty much like everybody else. Marco got here just a few days earlier. I have no idea how long the Whiteys want to keep us here, but they seem a bit stressed the last few days. So I guess something's about to go down.
What would that be?
Honestly, no idea. Maybe that vague ascension thing they keep mentioning? Maybe a war? Who knows? I just hope we'll make it out in one piece.
Did you try running away? The security in this place seems to be, well, just some thick walls, not even thick-headed guards.
What would be the point? We have talked about it with Brian. We don't know anything about this planet yet. And if somebody is willing to teach us something useful for free and feed us in the process...
How do you know they're not just using you?
Well, Brian believes they aren't. I have my doubts, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Don't get me wrong, it's not exactly a holiday camp, and I absolutely hate training. But it seems like the only reasonable thing to do in this situation.
Did a pest problem get out of hand around here? I have never seen rats this big. Are they walking on their hind legs all the time?
They are fascinating, right? They keep to themselves, nice and obedient, perfect servants. I believe the Whiteys are just abusing them. I mean, they might not be super smart.
Ooh, Whiteys?
No, rats, you silly. Anyway, they sure do have feelings, and I believe they should be treated with greater dignity.
So this is what that quarrel with Brian was about?
Yeah, he just doesn't understand. What's wrong with you men anyway? He's simply happy to butcher them by the dozens.
Well, I do believe in animal rights, so...
They are not animals, Silver. There's something more. I'm trying to figure out if they're a domesticated natural species, or if they were genetically engineered to be this tame.
And?
My guess is natural. Who would breed such things? It's just a hunch though, no scientific backing for my hypothesis. If you find out anything yourself, I'm all ears.
This might sound weird, but I kinda like you, so I will just give it my best shot.
Oh? I'm all ears.
Well, any ladies around here?
Ouch! You mean apart from me?
Well, that came out wrong, didn't it? I had this vision, you know. There was this, I don't know, entity, called itself Lady of the Lake.
Oh, like from the old legends?
Yeah, but she looked all shiny, like some sort of robot.
Huh. Shiny. Yeah. Curious. I mean, no. Doesn't really ring a bell. And I haven't heard the Whiteys talking about any ladies, nor lakes.
Well, never mind. The message was all distorted anyway. Noisy, grainy, and glitchy. Didn't make any sense.
That's strange. Maybe there's something wrong with your belt then.
Curious that you'd bring that up. That's also what Maltus said. But how would the belt and the vision be connected?
Me and my technical brain. Always jumping to conclusions. Just forget I said anything. It's probably nonsense anyway.
Right.
I guess when it comes to ladies, you're stuck with me.
Yeah, ladies and their secrets. Sword, shield. I feel ready. And silly, but mostly ready.
Good. We'll follow the protocol and start easy. This is just a warm-up. More of an execution than a fight. That rat shit was stealing in the kitchen. Use it to find out how sharp your sword is.
Wait a minute, I thought you said spar rats, like in a non-killing practice sparring.
You are funny. It's just rats. we don't consider it killing. Let's commence with your lesson. Rule 1. Blows are best to be avoided. Perception and planning. Rule 2. If you can't avoid a blow, use your shield for protection.
That's it.
Learning by doing and dying is my credo. Just don't forget to use your sword to deliver the execution. Hey, convict. Execution time. Curious style, but you have delivered results. Let us proceed. This one took part in the previous uprising. It is strong, vicious, has the blood of many innocents on its paws, looks clumsy, but beware, they have trained him well.
Who did?
That ratkin renegade scum, hiding in their stinking volcano, killing our kin. They all deserve to be executed. Start with this one. Learn as much as you can in the process.
Yeah, sounds like a great learning experience.
Use all the skills you've acquired in a previous sparring session and focus on using the rolls to avoid stronger attacks. Here's a little healing help. Practice using it sparingly.
I don't really feel like taking lives, but it's not like I have a real say in this. Let's get this over with.
Down with it.
Move! I said move, you overgrown rat!
Feel rejuvenated. That serves that child-eating monster right. The soul of my poor niece can now ascend in peace. Well done, Silver. You'll be ready for the cradle and Livel soon.
What cradle? And who is Livel?
Oh, lowly. Me and my premature informing. Focus. We will discuss the fortress later. First, something to restore your health. You'll be in dire need of it very soon. Now it's time to commence the real training. You will need some real weapons for that. Get them at the armory and come back.
I might actually like to know what we are training for.
You're training to stay alive. That's all I usually say. I appreciate your spirit though, so I'll be up front. You can't die. Such is the power of your belt. But do you see those rat pests around? Some of them got away and went wild. They started a strange fire cult. They hunt our people for meat and nibble them alive, even children. Or especially children. You know, tender meat, juicy bones. My niece disappeared like that.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
The rats are abominations. We suspect they might attack. I suppose you don't want to be served on a skewer anytime soon. They could gnaw your meat, piece by piece, and let the missing bits grow back. It might take weeks before you would die and be reborn. So, yes, you train to stay alive, but also undigested. And to help others keep their bodies intact too. So, do your best. Even though probably it won't be enough.
Fantastic.
Could you simply follow the procedure? Collect your weapons at the armory.